The silent thief of strength strikes without warning, stealing muscle mass from millions of adults who never see it coming. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle tissue, begins its quiet assault around age 30, accelerating dramatically after 60 until it becomes impossible to ignore. By 70, nearly half of all seniors find themselves trapped in bodies that no longer respond to their commands, where simple tasks like rising from a chair or carrying groceries become monumental challenges that threaten their independence and dignity. The numbers paint a devastating picture that most healthcare systems prefer to ignore. Every decade after 40, adults lose between 3 and 8% of their muscle mass, with the rate doubling after 60. This translates to millions of seniors worldwide experiencing progressive weakness, increased fall risk, and eventual loss of independence. The financial burden reaches into the hundreds of billions annually, but the human cost proves immeasurable. Behind every statistic lies someone who once moved freely through life, now confined by muscles that have abandoned them. Yet certain populations defy these grim expectations entirely. In Okinawa, elders in their 80s bend effortlessly to harvest vegetables from gardens, carry heavy baskets of food without strain, and maintain posture that would embarrass people half their age. These individuals share something beyond genetics or luck. Their dietary patterns, particularly their consumption of specific fruits, provide compounds that actively combat the cellular processes driving muscle deterioration. The contrast with Western populations, where seniors of similar age struggle with walkers and canes, reveals that sarcopenia represents not an inevitable sentence but a preventable condition. The mechanisms behind muscle loss involve multiple interconnected systems failing simultaneously. Mitochondria, the cellular powerhouses that generate energy, become less efficient with age. Protein synthesis slows while protein breakdown accelerates. Inflammatory markers increase throughout the body, creating an environment hostile to muscle preservation. Hormonal changes reduce the signals that trigger muscle growth and repair. Blood flow to muscle tissue diminishes, starving cells of oxygen and nutrients. Each of these processes compounds the others, creating a downward spiral that seems impossible to escape. Nature, however, has provided powerful tools to interrupt this cascade of decline. Specific fruits contain unique combinations of compounds that address each aspect of muscle deterioration. These are not magical cures or exotic supplements but common foods that deliver extraordinary benefits when consumed regularly. The science supporting their effectiveness comes from rigorous studies published in peer-reviewed journals, not marketing claims or wishful thinking. Researchers have identified precise mechanisms by which these fruits protect existing muscle tissue while supporting the growth of new fibers. The transformation begins at the cellular level, where antioxidants neutralize the free radicals that damage muscle proteins. Certain fruits provide vitamins essential for collagen synthesis, the scaffolding that holds muscle fibers together. Others deliver minerals that regulate muscle contractions and prevent the cramping that plagues many seniors. Some contain enzymes that improve protein digestion and absorption, ensuring that dietary protein actually reaches muscle tissue rather than being wasted. The most powerful fruits go even further, triggering genetic pathways that stimulate muscle growth even in advanced age. Understanding the nutritional crisis facing most seniors reveals why these fruits prove so essential. Modern diets, dominated by processed foods and empty calories, fail to provide the density of nutrients required to maintain muscle mass. Many seniors eat less as appetite naturally decreases with age, further reducing their intake of critical compounds. Medications commonly prescribed to older adults interfere with nutrient absorption or increase nutritional requirements. The combination of inadequate intake and increased needs creates deficiencies that accelerate muscle loss beyond what normal aging would cause. The digestive challenges that accompany aging compound these nutritional problems. Stomach acid production decreases, impairing the breakdown of proteins into usable amino acids. The intestinal lining becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients, allowing valuable compounds to pass through unutilized. Beneficial gut bacteria populations shift, affecting everything from vitamin synthesis to inflammation levels. These changes mean that even seniors eating seemingly adequate diets may still experience nutritional deficiencies that contribute to sarcopenia. Blood sugar management emerges as another critical factor in muscle preservation. Insulin resistance, which increases naturally with age, prevents muscles from efficiently utilizing glucose for energy. This forces the body to break down muscle tissue for fuel, accelerating sarcopenia. Chronic blood sugar elevations create inflammatory conditions that further damage muscle fibers. The fruits that combat sarcopenia address these metabolic issues, providing nutrients in forms that stabilize blood sugar while delivering sustained energy to muscle cells. The vascular system plays an underappreciated role in muscle health that specific fruits directly support. Adequate blood flow delivers oxygen and nutrients while removing metabolic waste products. As arteries stiffen and circulation diminishes with age, muscle tissue suffers from chronic undernourishment. Certain fruits contain compounds that improve vascular flexibility and enhance blood flow, creating conditions that support muscle maintenance and growth. This circulatory support proves especially critical during and after physical activity when muscles require increased resources for repair and adaptation. The inflammatory environment that develops with aging creates particularly hostile conditions for muscle tissue. Chronic low-grade inflammation, termed inflammaging, triggers continuous muscle protein breakdown while inhibiting synthesis of new proteins. This inflammatory state arises from multiple sources including oxidative stress, cellular senescence, and immune system dysregulation. Specific fruits provide anti-inflammatory compounds that calm this destructive process, creating an internal environment where muscles can thrive rather than merely survive. Mitochondrial dysfunction represents perhaps the most fundamental challenge to maintaining muscle mass after 60. These cellular engines that produce energy become damaged and inefficient over time, unable to meet the metabolic demands of muscle tissue. When mitochondria fail, muscles lack the energy needed for contraction, repair, and growth. Revolutionary research has identified compounds in certain fruits that actually regenerate mitochondrial function, restoring cellular energy production to more youthful levels. This discovery challenges the conventional wisdom that mitochondrial decline is irreversible. Guava emerges as a foundational defender against sarcopenia through its exceptional vitamin C concentration, delivering nearly 4 times the amount found in oranges. This matters profoundly because vitamin C serves as the primary catalyst for collagen synthesis, the process that creates the structural framework holding muscle fibers together. Without adequate collagen, muscles lose their integrity, becoming prone to tears and unable to generate proper force. The body cannot produce vitamin C internally, making dietary sources essential for maintaining muscle architecture as we age. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked thousands of seniors over multiple years, revealing that those with higher vitamin C intake preserved 60% more muscle mass compared to those with inadequate levels. This dramatic difference translates directly to functional capacity. The high vitamin C group maintained their ability to perform daily activities independently, while the deficient group showed accelerated decline in strength and mobility. Guava provides this critical nutrient in a bioavailable form that aging bodies can readily utilize, unlike synthetic supplements that often pass through the system unabsorbed. The fiber content in guava provides additional benefits for muscle preservation by moderating blood sugar responses. Rapid glucose spikes trigger insulin surges that promote muscle protein breakdown while inhibiting synthesis. The soluble fiber in guava slows sugar absorption, creating steady energy availability that muscles can utilize efficiently. This metabolic stability proves especially important for seniors whose insulin sensitivity has naturally declined, making blood sugar management increasingly challenging. Beyond its vitamin and fiber content, guava contains powerful antioxidants including lycopene and quercetin that protect muscle cells from oxidative damage. These compounds neutralize the free radicals generated during normal metabolism and exercise, preventing the cellular damage that accumulates over time. The antioxidant protection extends to the mitochondria within muscle cells, preserving their ability to generate energy efficiently. Regular guava consumption creates an internal environment where muscles can function optimally despite the oxidative challenges of aging. Mulberries address a different but equally critical aspect of muscle preservation through their unique combination of iron, vitamin C, and anthocyanins. Iron deficiency, surprisingly common in older adults, directly impairs muscle function by reducing oxygen delivery to tissues. Without adequate iron to form hemoglobin, muscles cannot access the oxygen required for energy production, leading to premature fatigue and weakness. Mulberries provide plant-based iron accompanied by vitamin C, which enhances absorption, creating an efficient delivery system for this essential mineral. The anthocyanins in mulberries, responsible for their deep purple color, improve vascular function in ways that directly benefit muscle tissue. These compounds enhance nitric oxide production, causing blood vessels to dilate and improving circulation to peripheral tissues. Better blood flow means more efficient delivery of nutrients and oxygen while facilitating removal of metabolic waste products that can impair muscle function. Studies published in the Journal of Functional Foods demonstrate significant improvements in circulation markers among adults consuming mulberries regularly. The impact on energy metabolism proves particularly relevant for combating sarcopenia. Mulberries influence cellular energy production through multiple pathways, improving mitochondrial efficiency while reducing the oxidative stress that damages these crucial organelles. Seniors who incorporate mulberries into their diet often report sustained energy throughout the day rather than the peaks and crashes that characterize poor metabolic health. This steady energy availability allows for more consistent physical activity, which itself stimulates muscle preservation and growth. Dragon fruit, despite its exotic appearance, delivers practical benefits for muscle health through its rich content of betalains, magnesium, and prebiotic fiber. Betalains, the pigments giving dragon fruit its vibrant color, possess potent anti-inflammatory properties that protect muscle tissue from the chronic inflammation driving sarcopenia. Research published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology shows that betalan consumption significantly reduces inflammatory markers while improving recovery from physical stress. Magnesium deficiency affects the majority of older adults, yet few recognize its profound impact on muscle function. This mineral regulates hundreds of enzymatic reactions, including those involved in protein synthesis and muscle contraction. Without adequate magnesium, muscles cannot properly relax after contracting, leading to cramping, stiffness, and impaired recovery. Dragon fruit provides magnesium in combination with other minerals that enhance its absorption and utilization, addressing deficiencies that supplements alone often fail to correct. The prebiotic fiber in dragon fruit supports gut health in ways that indirectly benefit muscle maintenance. The gut microbiome influences protein metabolism, nutrient absorption, and systemic inflammation levels. Beneficial bacteria fed by prebiotic fiber produce short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation throughout the body while improving insulin sensitivity. This gut-muscle axis represents an emerging area of research showing that digestive health directly impacts muscle preservation in aging adults. The calcium content in dragon fruit, while modest, comes packaged with cofactors that enhance its bioavailability and proper utilization. Unlike isolated calcium supplements that may contribute to arterial calcification, the calcium in whole fruits works synergistically with other nutrients to support bone and muscle health simultaneously. This becomes particularly important for seniors at risk for both osteoporosis and sarcopenia, conditions that often occur together and amplify each other's negative effects. These three fruits represent the foundation of a muscle-preserving dietary strategy, each addressing different aspects of the complex processes underlying sarcopenia. Guava provides the structural support through collagen synthesis, mulberries enhance oxygen delivery and energy production, while dragon fruit calms inflammation and supports recovery. Together, they create conditions where aging muscles can maintain their mass and function rather than progressively declining. The practical incorporation of these fruits into daily routines requires minimal effort yet yields substantial benefits. Fresh guava can be sliced and eaten directly or blended into smoothies. Mulberries work well fresh, dried, or steeped as tea. Dragon fruit adds visual appeal and nutrition to fruit salads or can be consumed alone as a refreshing snack. The key lies in consistency rather than quantity, with regular consumption providing steady support for muscle health over time. Papaya transforms protein utilization in aging bodies through its unique enzyme content, particularly papain, which acts as a natural digestive aid that many seniors desperately need but do not realize they lack. After 60, stomach acid production declines by up to 40%, severely impairing the breakdown of dietary proteins into usable amino acids. This means that even seniors consuming adequate protein may experience muscle loss because their bodies cannot extract the building blocks needed for muscle synthesis. Papain compensates for this digestive insufficiency, breaking down protein molecules into forms that aging digestive systems can absorb. The enzymatic action of papaya extends beyond simple protein breakdown. Research demonstrates that papain reduces inflammation in the digestive tract, improving the intestinal environment where nutrient absorption occurs. An inflamed gut lining cannot efficiently transport amino acids into the bloodstream, regardless of how much protein someone consumes. By calming intestinal inflammation, papaya creates conditions where protein and other nutrients can actually reach muscle tissue rather than passing through the system unutilized. The vitamin C content in papaya, exceeding 200% of daily requirements per serving, works synergistically with its enzymes to support muscle recovery. While the enzymes ensure protein reaches muscle tissue, vitamin C facilitates the incorporation of amino acids into new muscle proteins. This dual action makes papaya particularly valuable after physical activity when muscles require both raw materials and the cellular machinery to rebuild stronger. Studies show that seniors consuming papaya regularly experience less post-exercise soreness and faster recovery between activity sessions. Papaya also provides significant amounts of folate, a B vitamin essential for protein metabolism that many older adults lack. Folate deficiency impairs the production of new cells, including muscle cells, while increasing homocysteine levels that damage blood vessels and impair circulation. The natural folate in papaya, unlike synthetic folic acid in supplements, enters metabolic pathways immediately without requiring conversion steps that become less efficient with age. This bioavailable folate supports the constant cellular renewal necessary for maintaining muscle mass. Kiwi fruit delivers a concentrated package of nutrients that address multiple aspects of sarcopenia simultaneously. The combination of vitamins C and K, potassium, and unique antioxidants creates synergistic effects that exceed what any single nutrient could accomplish. Vitamin K, often overlooked in discussions of muscle health, regulates calcium metabolism in ways that benefit both bones and muscles. Without adequate vitamin K, calcium deposits in soft tissues rather than strengthening the skeletal system that supports muscle function. Research published in the Journal of Nutritional Science reveals that grip strength, a reliable predictor of overall muscle function and longevity, correlates strongly with vitamin C status in older adults. Those maintaining higher vitamin C levels through foods like kiwi retained up to 40% more grip strength than deficient individuals. This seemingly simple measurement predicts the ability to perform countless daily tasks, from opening jars to maintaining balance when reaching overhead. The vitamin C in kiwi exists alongside enzymes that enhance its absorption, making it more effective than isolated supplements. The potassium content in kiwi addresses the electrolyte imbalances that commonly plague seniors and contribute to muscle weakness. Potassium works in precise balance with sodium to regulate muscle contractions, nerve signals, and fluid balance. Many older adults consume excessive sodium while falling short on potassium, creating an imbalance that impairs muscle function and increases cramping. Kiwi provides potassium in combination with other minerals that support its proper utilization, restoring the electrolyte balance necessary for optimal muscle performance. Beyond its vitamin and mineral content, kiwi contains unique peptides that influence muscle metabolism in unexpected ways. These bioactive compounds appear to enhance insulin sensitivity, improving the delivery of glucose and amino acids to muscle tissue. For seniors dealing with age-related insulin resistance, this metabolic improvement means that nutrients from meals actually reach and nourish muscles rather than being diverted to fat storage or wasted through poor cellular uptake. Pomegranate revolutionizes our understanding of muscle preservation through its ability to regenerate mitochondrial function, addressing the energy crisis at the heart of sarcopenia. The conversion of elagitannins from pomegranate into urolithin A represents one of the most significant discoveries in anti-aging nutrition. This metabolite specifically targets damaged mitochondria, triggering a recycling process called mitophagy that removes dysfunctional organelles and stimulates the production of new, efficient ones. The implications for muscle health prove profound. Mitochondria generate over 90% of cellular energy, and their decline directly correlates with muscle weakness and fatigue. By rejuvenating these cellular powerhouses, pomegranate restores the energy production capacity that muscles require for contraction, repair, and growth. Studies published in Nature Medicine show measurable improvements in muscle endurance and mitochondrial efficiency within weeks of regular pomegranate consumption. The anti-inflammatory properties of pomegranate compounds extend protection throughout muscle tissue. Chronic inflammation accelerates mitochondrial damage while simultaneously breaking down muscle proteins. Pomegranate polyphenol interrupt this destructive cycle, reducing inflammatory markers while protecting cellular structures from oxidative damage. This dual action creates an environment where muscles can maintain their mass and function despite the inflammatory challenges of aging. Pomegranate also influences genetic expression in ways that favor muscle preservation. Research indicates that pomegranate compounds activate genes associated with muscle growth and repair while suppressing those linked to muscle breakdown. This genetic modulation represents a fundamental shift in how cells respond to aging signals, essentially reprogramming them to maintain rather than lose muscle tissue. The effect becomes more pronounced with consistent consumption, suggesting cumulative benefits over time. The vascular benefits of pomegranate consumption directly support muscle health by improving blood flow and oxygen delivery. The polyphenol in pomegranate enhance nitric oxide production, causing blood vessels to dilate and improving circulation to peripheral tissues. This improved blood flow ensures that muscles receive adequate oxygen and nutrients during both rest and activity, supporting their metabolic needs and recovery processes. These three fruits work through complementary mechanisms to combat sarcopenia from multiple angles. Papaya optimizes protein utilization, ensuring that dietary amino acids reach muscle tissue. Kiwi provides comprehensive vitamin and mineral support while enhancing metabolic efficiency. Pomegranate addresses the fundamental energy crisis in aging muscles by regenerating mitochondrial function. Together, they create a nutritional foundation that supports muscle preservation and even regeneration in advanced age. Blueberries represent a masterclass in molecular precision when it comes to muscle preservation, delivering anthocyanins that penetrate deep into muscle fibers to provide protection at the cellular level. These pigments do more than create the characteristic blue color, they actively modulate genetic expression in ways that favor muscle growth over breakdown. Research demonstrates that regular blueberry consumption alters the activity of genes controlling protein synthesis, essentially shifting the balance toward muscle building even in bodies that have been losing mass for years. The impact on insulin sensitivity proves particularly relevant for seniors struggling with both sarcopenia and metabolic dysfunction. Blueberries improve the ability of muscle cells to respond to insulin signals, allowing them to absorb glucose and amino acids more efficiently. This enhanced nutrient uptake means that meals actually nourish muscle tissue rather than contributing to fat accumulation or being wasted through poor cellular absorption. Studies show that seniors consuming blueberries daily experience improved glucose metabolism alongside increased muscle function, addressing two major health challenges simultaneously. The oxidative stress reduction provided by blueberry anthocyanins extends beyond simple antioxidant effects. These compounds activate internal antioxidant systems, including the production of glutathione and superoxide dismutase, enzymes that provide ongoing protection against cellular damage. This activation of internal defense mechanisms creates lasting protection that persists even between blueberry consumption, establishing a protective environment where muscles can function optimally despite ongoing metabolic challenges. Blueberries also influence mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new energy-producing organelles within cells. Through activation of specific cellular pathways, blueberry compounds stimulate the production of new mitochondria while improving the efficiency of existing ones. This dual effect addresses the energy deficit that underlies much of age-related muscle weakness, restoring the cellular power generation necessary for sustained muscle function. The improvement in mitochondrial density and efficiency translates directly to enhanced endurance and reduced fatigue during daily activities. The vascular benefits of blueberry consumption create systemic improvements that support muscle health indirectly. Anthocyanins improve endothelial function, the ability of blood vessel linings to regulate flow and pressure. This enhancement ensures consistent nutrient delivery to muscle tissue while facilitating the removal of metabolic byproducts that could impair function. The improved circulation also supports better temperature regulation and faster recovery from physical activity, both important for maintaining an active lifestyle that preserves muscle mass. Avocado stands alone as the most comprehensive muscle-preserving fruit, providing a unique combination of healthy fats, complete proteins, and essential minerals that directly address every aspect of sarcopenia. The monounsaturated fats in avocado serve multiple roles beyond simple calorie provision. They enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, reduce inflammation throughout the body, and provide sustained energy that muscles can utilize for extended periods. Unlike the quick-burning carbohydrates that dominate many diets, these healthy fats create metabolic stability that supports consistent muscle function. The protein content in avocado, while modest compared to animal sources, comes packaged with all essential amino acids in ratios that support human muscle synthesis. More importantly, the fats in avocado enhance the absorption and utilization of protein from other dietary sources. Studies show that consuming avocado with meals increases the bioavailability of amino acids, essentially amplifying the muscle-building potential of every protein-containing food consumed alongside it. This synergistic effect means that adding avocado to meals creates greater muscle preservation benefits than would be predicted from its individual nutrient content. Clinical trials published in the Journal of Nutrition reveal something remarkable about avocado consumption in older adults. Participants consuming one avocado daily showed measurable increases in muscle mass and physical performance scores, with improvements approaching 20% over 12 weeks. These were not just statistical changes but functional improvements that translated to better mobility, increased strength, and enhanced quality of life. The fact that muscle mass actually increased rather than merely being preserved challenges the assumption that age-related muscle loss is inevitable. The mineral density of avocado addresses multiple deficiencies common in aging populations. With more potassium than bananas and substantial magnesium content, avocado provides electrolytes essential for muscle contraction and relaxation. These minerals work in precise ratios that support optimal muscle function while preventing the cramping and weakness that plague many seniors. The natural packaging of these minerals with fats and fiber ensures gradual absorption that maintains stable levels rather than creating the spikes and drops associated with supplements. The impact on hormonal balance represents another mechanism through which avocado supports muscle preservation. The healthy fats provide building blocks for hormone production, including testosterone and growth hormone, both crucial for maintaining muscle mass. While levels of these hormones naturally decline with age, adequate healthy fat intake can help maintain more favorable hormonal profiles that support muscle preservation. Research indicates that seniors consuming adequate healthy fats from sources like avocado maintain higher levels of anabolic hormones compared to those on low-fat diets. Avocado also influences genetic expression through compounds called polyhydroxylated fatty alcohols, unique to this fruit. These molecules appear to activate metabolic pathways that promote muscle growth while suppressing those associated with muscle breakdown. This genetic modulation occurs at the cellular level, fundamentally changing how muscles respond to the aging process. The effect becomes more pronounced with consistent consumption, suggesting that regular avocado intake creates cumulative benefits for muscle preservation. The fiber content in avocado, both soluble and insoluble, supports muscle health through effects on digestion and metabolism. By slowing nutrient absorption, fiber creates steady availability of amino acids and glucose that muscles can utilize efficiently. This metabolic stability prevents the insulin spikes that promote muscle breakdown while ensuring consistent energy availability for muscle function and repair. The prebiotic effects of avocado fiber also support gut health, indirectly benefiting muscle maintenance through improved nutrient absorption and reduced systemic inflammation. The integration of these 8 fruits into a comprehensive strategy against sarcopenia creates possibilities that extend far beyond what any single intervention could achieve. Each fruit addresses specific aspects of muscle decline while supporting the others through complementary mechanisms. The cumulative effect of regular consumption establishes an internal environment where muscles can thrive despite the challenges of aging. The science clearly demonstrates that strategic fruit consumption represents not just a dietary choice but a powerful tool for maintaining strength, mobility, and independence throughout the later decades of life.